Winter Sun Caravan Park. Beautiful ringneck parrots having a bath in the sprinkler. Oh, he's loving it. We're in the desert park at Alice Springs. Hear the curlew? Oh, it is him. Hear my bird? I don't know which one it is yet.
Swampy areas, well, I don't like using swampy areas because it's not a right word for central arid Australia, is it?
Peaceful dove, that's what he's called. My peaceful dove. At last I know what makes that lovely sound.
Look very carefully, he's a male. On the back of his neck he's got this pink fleshy bit, and that's his display. Our bird will change its song. It's a mimic bird, a bit like the lyrebird in New South Wales. So what it's going to do is mimic any noise it's heard over and over and over. I've had one meow at me like a cat.
Yes, oh.
I've had one trill at me like a mobile phone going off. That's a little reed warbler.
That's a military dragon. It's a skink. Sitting on top of a very, very prickly Spinifex dragon. Centralian blue-tongued lizard. He's not going to put his tongue out for us tonight. He's having a snooze. Got a yellow-faced whip snake.
Another sensational day here in Central Australia. My name's Anthony. Together with Adam this afternoon, we're going to be taking you on a journey through the deserts here of Central Australia. On this journey, provided we do keep our eyes and our ears open, we should see a few birds this afternoon. They'll all be flying free, so we ask one thing of you, that is just simply that you do remain seated throughout the presentation. So in the sand country, you don't get lots of tall trees there, not a lot of shade, the vegetation is sparse, and you won't rarely find surface water there. That's even after rain, because it's sand, it just soaks the moisture up. People look at that habitat and think it's pretty harsh, not much is going to survive there, there's nothing to see, so there's no point in stopping. That's a shame because there is a lot of life there. One type of plant you get in the sand country that's quite special is Spinifex grass. It's the basis of the food chain. Now, termites are the main feeders of Spinifex. So if it is a good place for reptiles to be, stands the reason it's going to be a good place to be a reptile hunter. One bird you will see hunting around the sand country, hunting those reptiles. That bird just circling off to our right hand side at the moment. That bird out there is called a brown falcon. Maybe something nearby up on the range there, making it a little bit, in fact there is, right out in front of us there, just about to come above the range, is a wedge-tailed eagle. That brown falcon, he's decided it's nice and safe, he knows where it is, coming in from your right hand side. He knows where that wedge-tailed eagle is. Survival for all animals is very important. It's a daily struggle for all animals to survive. So he wants to make sure it's nice and safe. If he sees something suitable on the ground that he wants to hunt, once he sees it, he'll pounce down and grab it. Just like that. Fairly long legs for the size of the bird. That's the reason why. If he pounces on a reptile but he misses it, he can simply run along the ground. Oh, that was a bit of a slow jog. He can run along the ground, he can actually chase after those reptiles. Those long legs, he grabs the reptile behind the head, he holds it away from his body, then hopefully he won't sustain a bite to his body, which could be serious or maybe even fatal. Actually, another eagle can make his way in. What we saw, there was a bit of a display between two male wedge-tailed eagles. When he makes his way in, he'll come in nice and low, down through the vegetation, pull the wings in a little bit, here we go, out goes the lure, he spots it, in come the wings, down low through the vegetation. Now this bird in front of you is a male and an average size for a male. They get darker every year to almost black in colour. So if they're really golden in colour, you can say they're maybe 2 or 3 years of age. If they're jet black, you can say they're older than 10. Notice the colour of this bird, very dark, but he still has some light brown feathers. So we know he's about 7 years of age, just by looking at the colour of that bird. And you'll see him on the roadsides feeding on that roadkill animal, but around those eagles, you'll also see black kites. That's this bird flying around, this small one flying around here at the moment.
Oh, look at the bank.
Now black kites have a behaviour, well they're a scavenging bird first of all, so they feed upon just about anything. Prey items as well, particularly insects. And they have a behaviour, well they may actually pick insects off the ground, just like that, swooping down and grabbing them off the ground. They also catch them in the air. What they'll do is, once they've caught an insect in its feet, they won't go on land, because if they're catching insects and having to land every time, they'll simply waste a lot of energy. So they do what we call feeding on the wing. Back, no, he's just there. He actually swung his feet up to his feet. There it goes, right there. We'll work out all for yourselves that these deserts are not empty, barren wastelands like a lot of people tend to think deserts typically are. These deserts are, in fact, full of life. If you have any questions, please come out and talk to us. Happy to answer any questions you have. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. On behalf of Adam and, of course, all these birds here doing all the hard work, thank you very much indeed for coming along. Thank you.
Oh, that was the pied butcherbird, wasn't it? We've left Alice Springs and we're now at Rainbow Valley with a film crew in the background and their generator going. Hopefully they'll go soon, at least turn their generator off soon. See where they get the rainbow from. Look at the red in that. And the red of that rock over there, it's just unbelievable. Come around the back of that rock mountain that I was filming earlier, round past a film crew out in the wilderness filming an Oriton ad. Made it to the top of the Rainbow Hill, and there's our camp down the other side of the clay pan. There's our camp. 5:45 now and the sun's going down. I'll take the shadows. We've come to the Hembury meteorite crater site. There are 7 craters, a meteorite coming in about 4,000 years ago, travelling at 40,000 kilometres, broke up and created 7 craters. Guy's having a rest. This is just looking out from the edge of the crater. Mount Connor in the distance. The rock. I've just climbed up a sand dune, so I'm puffing, but it was worth it to see this. It's beautiful.